I want you to imagine something real quick. A bowl of delicious soup. Now, if you're like most people, what probably came to mind is a big bowl of piping hot soup. Maybe chicken noodle soup or French onion or one of my favorites, Vietnamese pho. But what about cold soup? Yes, cold soup is a thing and it is absolutely perfect for summertime. It is refreshing, it's light, and it really takes the sting out of those hot summer temperatures. Well, today I'm going to show you how to make a classic cold soup called Gazpacho. It is absolutely delicious. It takes the sting out of those summer temperatures and it is just bursting with tomatoes, vegetables, and other goodness. Best of all, it only takes a few seconds to make and you don't even have to cook it. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook. And yes, today we are making Gazpacho. This is a Spanish soup, and as I said in that intro, it is really delicious. And it kind of turns the notion of soup on its head because, you know, most people rightfully think of soup as being hot, steaming, something that's really great in wintertime. But cold soup such as this is perfect for summer. And best of all, you don't even have to heat up your kitchen to cook it because, well, it doesn't require cooking. You just blend it all together in a blender or a food processor. So here's how easy it is to make Gazpacho. This is probably my favorite chilled soup. It is wonderful. So let's make some Gazpacho. For this Gazpacho, we will use some tomato juice, some diced tomatoes, some tomato paste, a green bell pepper, half of a red onion, half of a cucumber, a couple garlic cloves, some seasoning, a little bit of olive oil, and some white wine vinegar along with some lemon juice. And don't worry, I'm going to put the full list for this recipe in the description below so you have it on hand. You might also be wondering, can you use fresh tomatoes for this? Well, absolutely you can, but it takes a little more work. You have to blanch the tomatoes and take the skin off, put them in an ice bath. It's a little more work, and if you are a new cook or you're in a hurry, I really want this to be as easy for you as possible. And honestly, I get great results with canned tomatoes. So, you know, use this. I think you're really gonna like the results. And then if you really do want to do the extra work and use fresh tomatoes, know that you can do that too. The first thing we're going to do is just chop up these vegetables, and they do not have to be perfect cuts. They just have to be kind of rough cuts so that everything can go into your blender or food processor. I'm serious when I say that just gathering your ingredients and cutting them up is the hardest part of this recipe. That's it. From here, we just want to put everything carefully into the blender. I like to begin with the solids first, and then we have a cup and a half of tomato juice. And then of course we have our chopped tomatoes. I'm using 1 cup, so we'll put it right in here. I've also got a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. This is gonna give it a nice kind of a deep flavor. This is a great use if you have leftover tomato paste in your cupboard and you have no idea what to do with it. Make some Gazpacho. Okay, we've also got some olive oil. This gives it a nice unctuousness, nice richness. And we're gonna do about half a tablespoon of some white wine vinegar. That's gonna give it a nice punch of flavor. Again, vinegar and oil are great contrast to each other. Some seasoning, we got some salt, a little cayenne. We'll grind some fresh black pepper here too. And last but not least, a little hit of lemon juice. That's gonna brighten it up. All right, guys, that's it. All we have to do is put it in our blender and blend it up. That's it. We just made Gazpacho. Before I pour it into a bowl, I'm going to give it a quick taste. Again, you always want to taste the food you've made before you serve it to make sure the seasoning is correct. And that is spot on. That is just bursting with tomatoes. You've got that unctuousness of the olive oil, a little bit of tartness because of the vinegar and lemon juice. Delicious. But here's the thing with gazpacho. Here's a little secret. Now you can serve it just as is, but it really gets better as it kind of sits and marinates. This is going to be better in a few hours or tomorrow than it is right now. And trust me, it's delicious right now. But with gazpacho, what you want to do is just kind of let those flavors meld together, get really happy with each other. I actually made a batch of this last night, and I had some today, and it was even better than it was last night when I made it. I know that this batch will be too. Now, as a final flourish, what I like to do when you are ready to serve this is just cut up some flat leaf Italian parsley and just kind of sprinkle it over the top as a garnish. You could also use cilantro for this if you wanted that sort of flavor, but that's all you really need to do, and boom, we just made gazpacho in no time. Sometimes the simplest recipes really are the best recipes, and this is just such a great example of one. And I know I just said all that stuff about, letting it sit and marinate, but this looks so good that I just have to take another spoonful. And cold soup, if you've never had it before, this is a perfect one to try. Again, it's so different and it really kind of flips the notion of soup on its head, but give this a try. Serve this with some nice crusty crostini, maybe with a big fat slab of cheese on top or butter or just some olive oil. I think you're really gonna enjoy this. So there you go. There is some blender gazpacho from blender to your bowl. Give this a try. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. I am so glad that you are here. Until next time, I hope that you want to cook. And best of all, you don't even have to heat up your And best of all, you don't even have to heat up your And best of all, you don't even have to heat up your kitchen to cook it.